welcome back. It's so good to see you. So, today I thought that we could talk about what to expect in the year to come. Last year, someone asked me to do like horoscopes for the new year. I think I hear someone doing their yard in the background. It's not very loud, so I'm just gonna keep going. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But yeah, last year somebody asked me to do horoscopes for the year 2022. So this year I was thinking that maybe I could do like numerology for the year 2023. I'm not a big horoscope person, or I don't want to say I'm not a big numerology person, but I like numerology better than I like horoscopes, because numerology has to do with like cycles and, I don't know, I feel like everything has some type of cycle, right? And with numerology, I think a lot of people kind of like stay away because it's like horoscopes are easy. You're just like, I'm a Leo, let me read that. Okay, that's good. But numerology, you kind of have to figure out what you are. It's like a mathematical type cycle thing. So, like for the year, everything has to be reduced down to a single digit. So, like me, my birthday is August 20th. So, to find out my yearly, it's not horoscope, it's just numerology prediction. I don't know what they call them. For 2023, you have to add all those numbers together, and it doesn't matter how you add them. If you add them individually, like 8 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3, or you can do 8 plus 20 plus whatever. Like you just add all the numbers up. So like for me, 8 and 20 would be 10, and then 2023 would be 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus 10 is 17, and then you add the 1 and the 7 together, and that equals 8. It's weird math, I know, but if you look it up, you realize it's actually just reducing all the numbers to equal one number. So it doesn't matter how you reduce them, they always end up the same number. So 2023 is 7. So just take your day and your month, add those together, and then reduce them. And then you'll get what your yearly number is. I hope that wasn't too confusing. But so I have this thing that I printed out, like, I don't even know, probably like 17 years ago or something, and it's from a website that doesn't even exist anymore, but it has the best descriptions, and I find that they are always accurate. They don't ever change. You are what change, because every year you have a different number, and it goes in a cycle. And since these descriptions don't ever change, you could go back to the year before or the year before and read that and see how accurate it is, which I think is really cool. And I remember this one time, it was like a long time ago when I first discovered numerology. I decided to make like numerology charts or something for everyone in my family, and so I did one for my grandma because she had the longest life, right? She would be proof of, if it's accurate or not. So I got all the information, I printed it out, and I gave it to her to read, and it took a while because it was quite long. And then she was almost in tears, and I was like, what? And she was like, it was as though someone had been watching her life and wrote it down. What? That like solidified my belief, right there. But again, like, these things don't ever change. So if you are a number 8 this year, listen to number 7 and it'll tell you what your year was like last year. And in most cases, I find that it is very accurate. So I'm going to read the personal years 1 through 9. Once you figure out what your year is, then just go to that and you'll hear your prediction. Now, if you don't really believe in numerology or whatever, just sit back and relax and just have this on as background noise, whatever. Okay, so if you are personal year 1, it says the theme is a new beginning in your life. That sounds good. Okay, the current year is the beginning of a new 9-year cycle for you. It holds the promise of being an exciting new adventure, with life taking on new challenges that pave the way for the next cycle of 9 years in your life. This is a time to clarify your goals and is a time to act on them. Hard work may be necessary to get a new venture moving. Your physical strength will be up during this year, perhaps higher than it has been for some time, as you have some special needs for this extra energy. If you are unable or unwilling to answer the call to change and make the move in your life that appears necessary now, your prospects may be delayed until the next cycle begins in 9 years. Oh my. Because of this, you feel like an adventure, a major change in your life, something new. New goals should be clearly set and worked toward, as this is really a new beginning of a 9-year cycle. It is best not to dwell on the past at this time. This will be fairly easy for you to do because most of the problems and disappointments of the past will tend to disappear, leaving the way open for these new challenges. This is a great time. Use it to its full advantage. That sounds really good. Okay, the number 2 personal year is development, cooperation, and waiting. Okay, this is a number 2 personal year. A personal year 2 is a wait and see time. A year when you will find yourself in the background and very much in a stage of development. This is not a time to force the issue or try to move forward. It is a time for cooperation and building relationships that will benefit you in the future. A year for accumulating, I can't say that word, and collecting. Aggressiveness will cause problems now. You must be prepared for delays, detours, stoppages, and you must be patient. This is a time of small contribution of helping, and details must be taken care of when they come up. You may give time and effort to further another's work. This year may be a test of your self-control and emotional sensitivities. This is a time to improve your abilities to work with others in a productive way, and this can be difficult for you if you have chiefly worked alone in the past. Keep calm, cool, and pleasant. You may experience a degree of nervous tension during this period. The two year brings a tendency to emotional extremes, including depression, very deep relationships with a person of the opposite sex, including marriage, may be more apt to occur during the 2-year. If married, there is apt to be a deepening of feeling in the relationship during a 2-year. I don't want to say like that doesn't sound like the best year, but I mean, not all years can be good, right? Okay. Year 3 is social expansion and creative success. That sounds like something that should come after a wait and see kind of period, right? Okay. This is a number 3 personal year. This is a social happy year, and it generally tends to exude bright and cheerful vibrations. This is a year when you will want to check up on old friends and broaden your social circle to include some new ones. Romance and love affairs may bloom. You are inclined to live life to its fullest now, even if you have to pay the consequences later on. You are likely to be more sociable, and the brittle of responsibility will seem to be loosened a bit. You are inclined to scatter your energies and undertake too many things at the same time. You can safely take some time off to enjoy yourself, but resist the temptation to completely give in to having a good time. It's like, have fun, but don't have too much fun. Keep your goals in mind. And a 3 personal year is a good time to expand personal creative talents, particularly those related to the arts and verbal skills. Recognition in this regard is likely this year. While this can be a happy year as far as personal expression and activities are concerned, it may be a disastrous year on the business scene. A generally frivolous attitude in this environment can cause rash decisions and impractical, unfinished schemes. This is not likely to be a very good year for your finances, and it is fortunate that next year it's designed to compensate those effects. Okay, personal year 4. Hard work and slow but steady progress. This is a number 4 personal year for you. The previous year, frivolity will now be truly forgotten, as the facts of life are clearly spelled out. This is a year of hard work and effort when one must knuckle down to the task at hand. A year of digging in and hoeing. A re-establishment of self-control. In many ways, however, it is a frustrating year when considerable effort fails to produce dramatic results. 1 step forward and 2 back may seem to be the case most of the time. This is an organizational period for you. An organizational period, and you must look at your current and past performance in a very hard light. It is a time to get organized and bring yourself down to earth. Responsibilities will increase, magnifying the effort and hard work needed to maintain a reasonable level of existence. Health and diet should be carefully scrutinized this year, as physical resistance is low and you may become more susceptible to ailments. A tidying up of affairs is now in order, as you must make ready for a very hectic year ahead. Oh my. Okay, personal year 5, feeling loose and free. This is a number 5 year, a year of major change in your life. Horizons are expanded and growth is less impeded. You are likely to make a number of new friends this year as social activities are expanded. This is a year that has brought or will bring excitement and adventure and a good deal more freedom than you have experienced in recent years. This is a time for feeling loose and free, for moving away from old routines in a constructive way. If you became bogged down during this past year, now is the time to seek out new directions. The problem with a personal year 5 is the tendency to scatter energies in all directions. Your ability to do detail work is limited now, and it will make you feel very confined. In all, this is a freewheeling year. This is liable to bring major changes to your life, your career, and your family situation, and your residence. Okay, personal year 6. Love, family, home, and responsibility. This is a number 6 personal year for you. A personal year 6 tends to bring on increasing responsibilities and a deepening concern for family, loved ones, and close friends. It may be a year when you are called on to make some adjustments in your life or sacrifices for those in your family or close circle of friends. This is not really a year for major accomplishments, but rather a time to handle those adjustments to your plans that may be necessary or required for finishing projects started earlier. Endeavors will seem to be moving very slowly through this year. You should expect to have a very good year so far as family, domestic, and romantic matters are concerned. Your emotional interchange with those who are close to you should be at its very best during this particular year. The important thing is to be willing to accept a slower pace and be sure to enjoy the peace and harmony that the personal year number 6 will bring. Okay, number 7. Personal year 7 doesn't sound that great. A time for analysis and understanding. Yikes. Okay. Sorry. Okay. A 7 personal year promises to be a very introspective year, a period of some pause and reflection between very active years in your life. This year should provide you with some time for gaining some understanding of yourself, and you are apt to spend a good bit of time in contemplation. It will be a good year for you to spend time alone or in quiet activities, as free from outside responsibilities as possible. You should try to get away from business pressures. This is a good year to reflect on the past and plan for the future. This will not tend to be a year of action, but rather a year of waiting and development. One of the most profitable activities in which to engage during the personal year 7 is that of study and writing. For your ability to think clearly, analyze, and integrate your thoughts is peaked now. Your capacity for research and understanding is at its very best. It would not be unusual for you to take on an appearance of coolness and detachment during a year 7. Certainly, it is best for you to focus your attention on your talents and your skills in an effort to use the time you have now to refine them. Perhaps you can find the time to gain more education or simply spend free time in reflection and meditation. Okay, personal year 8. Attainment and capital gains. Ooh, sounds like you're going to be getting stuff or money. I don't know. Okay. This is a number 8 personal year for you. This is your power year, a period when you can make important strides in your life. Coming after a very slow and introspective period, the personal year 7, you may start feeling some stirrings of ambition. This is a year of big decisions and major achievements. Activity is your keynote now, and you will find yourself very much involved and occupied. Opportunities for advancement and recognition for past and current work is likely to come about during this year. You have things going for you so long as you take advantage and act. It is easy for you to branch out and expand in a business-like manner. If you are at all inclined, this is the time to exude self-confidence and authority, because others will tend to be receptive of your leadership and control. Your power and status potential is at a peak of the 9 years personal epicycle that concludes at the end of next year. Year 8 sounds like it's going to be a pretty good year, I would think. Okay, this is the last year, personal year 9. Reflection and reaching out. This is a 9 personal year for you. This is a year of completions, ending, and a time when you are apt to take inventory of the many factors in your life, some of which you are no doubt proud of, and others that you may want to change. You are likely to scrutinize old values, ideals, and the ideas that you thought were important. This should be a time when you become more involved with others, and giving may become more important than merely looking out for yourself. Oh wait, no, I messed it up. You are likely to scrutinize old values, ideals, and the ideas that you thought were important. This should be a time when you become more involved with others, and giving may become more important than merely looking out for yourself. You may also become aware of a lure to commune with nature, and escapist desires become much stronger than in the past. A lot of things that you have been working for should come to completion during this year, and you will tend to clear the deck for the beginning of a new 9-year cycle. And that is it. So, to summarize, if you're a year 1, it's a new beginning in your life. Year 2 is development, cooperation, and waiting. Year 3 is social expansion and creative success. Year 4, hard work and slow but steady progress. Year 5, feeling loose and free. Year 6, love, family, home, and responsibility. Year 7, a time for analysis and understanding. Year 8, attainment and capital gains. And year 9, reflection and reaching out. So it will be interesting to see if any of this stuff will come true this year, don't you think? Anyway, it's just something fun. I really hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.